wouldn't have quite followed that. Okay.
I kind of messed it up a little bit, probably because I was nervous along
It didn't look like you were nervous.
No. Well, it ain't gonna look like he's nervous because he says the same thing every time, and no matter what's going to happen, that's the same thing I hear every day when I'm listening to him. But I just think maybe. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'll do mine and we'll see. But
do a quick. Can you do that? Like, do your quick run, like how you would explain it differently?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. He was going to do the menu.
Without necessarily having to go through the whole thing, the customer interview again, but like when you get just to that menu, what's that look like?
Okay, just to the menu. Okay.
I got it on already.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've got a few different options I want to show you. Any way you choose to do this is totally up to you, and it's fine with the rest of us on it, okay? But this is a few different options I'd like to show you. The first way of doing this is to plan the package, okay? Like we talked about earlier, you're driving 20-some thousand miles a year. You're going to keep the car probably about 5 years, okay? Now, doing it that way, you're going to be out of manufacturer's warranty in about 18 months, okay? This is a way for you to get a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty instead of about 18 months, okay? Basically, it's going to cover all the same items. This is $0 deductible. Covers all your engine, transmission, steering, suspension, electrical, air conditioning, everything except for your wear items and your maintenance items, okay? Your wear items, tires, battery, belts and hoses, and your maintenance items are your oil changes, tire rotations, anything like that, okay? And that would be a 5-year, 100,000 instead of what now is probably going to last you about 18 months. This is a multi-show package. This is where for the first 5 years, unlimited use of any sheet metal protection on your door dings, the windshield, and the tires and wheels. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is, you come out to a parking lot. Somebody has rolled a shopping cart up next to your car. It's going to leave that little ding. You can bring the car back in, or just give us a phone call, and we can send somebody out to you. That paintless dent removal can repair that. Okay. You're driving along behind a truck. It throws a rock chip up at you, a rock up at you. It has that little star in the windshield. That's happened to most of us before. We can get those out of you. Okay? And your tires and wheels, even though you change your tires and wheels 2 years down the road or so, 5 years, okay, for a 5-year time period, regardless of anything other than it needs to have 3/32 of an inch of tread, we will repair the tires and wheels due to any road hazard. You pick up a nail or a screw, or you hit a pothole that bends the rim, anything of that nature, you can bring it back in, and we would repair and or replace the tire and the wheel, okay? This is a maintenance package. You told me earlier that you plan on more than likely having your service work done here. Okay, this is where for the first 3 years or 36,000 miles, we will take care of your maintenance, okay? Now, what I mean by that is we're going to send you a card in the mail. Looks kind of like a Kroger card. Put that on your keychain. When you bring your car back in, every 5,000 miles, we will replace the oil in the filter, lubricate the chassis, inspect all your fluid levels. So if your washer fluid is low, for instance, we top that off for you. Also give you a 27-point inspection and adjust your tire pressure, rotate your tires every other oil change. Okay? You also have a free car loaner with this. So be it 10 years down the road, you kept the car longer than you think, you have your car in for service, having an alternator problem, okay? We'll give you a car to drive in the meantime while your car's here, okay? This is gap insurance. Have you ever heard of gap insurance?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know what it does.
You probably know somebody that this has happened to or may have happened to yourself. You owe $20,000 on the car. You total the car. The insurance company settles with you for $16,000. Well, that leaves you paying the insurance deductible along with $4,000 worth of negative equity. Okay? With gap insurance, it's going to pay that negative portion, and it's also going to pay your insurance deductible. So if you owe $20,000, your insurance pays $16,000. Gap insurance is going to pay for that other $4,000 in the middle. Okay? And credit life insurance. Credit life insurance is a way for you to give a free and clear title to your loved one in the event of your untimely death. Okay? Usually, without credit life insurance, your estate is going to have the car, but they're also going to have the remaining balance of the car. With credit life insurance, it's going to pay off the car, so your estate is going to have a free and clear title. Okay? Now, doing it on the Platinum package on 60 months at 6.99, your payment would be $645 a month. On 72 months, 7.49, it would be $569. Okay? That is the Platinum package. Any questions?
No.
Okay. This is the Gold package. Okay. Now on the Gold package, you're still going to have the 100,000-mile warranty we talked about. You're still going to have the multi-shield. We're going to do all the oil changes for the first 3 years and the gap insurance. Okay. you do forfeit the use of the credit life insurance, okay? So instead of your estate being handed the free and clear title, they're going to have the balance, okay?
Okay.
Now, that is going to drop your payment, however, from 60 months at $645 to $616, and on 72 months to $540, okay? Now, doing it the silver package, instead of the multi-shield, we're only going to have the bottom portion of that, the tire and wheel, okay? Now, still, if you pick up a nail or a screw or you hit a pothole or anything of that nature, you hit some debris on the road, you can bring the car back in and we would repair the tire and or replace it. Also, the wheel, you bend your rim in a pothole, it's going to replace that wheel as well. You still have the maintenance package and the gap insurance. 60 months is $612, 72 months, $359. Now, the bronze package, same warranty we talked about, still a $0 deductible, still good at any Honda dealership nationwide or in Canada. Tire and wheel, if you do have a problem with the tires and or the wheel, you bring it in, we'll take care of that. And your the prepaid maintenance, all your oil changes and tire rotations on a 5,000 mile interval for the first 3 years. Okay? There, on 60 months, $599, 72 months, $532. Which one sounds the best for you?
Well, I've got $2,000 down, so I don't really need that gap insurance. I'll take the 60 months at the $599 payment on the bronze package.
Okay? Let me ask you this. Because you're paying $2,000 down, is that the reason you don't want gap insurance?
Yeah, I don't really need gap. I've got $2,000 down. This is a Honda. I mean, they hold their value.
I understand what you mean. Let me ask you this. Let me give you a scenario, okay? Now, you're buying an '09 model Accord today, EXL. Let's assume for a minute that your neighbor next week is going to buy the same make, same model, same everything, okay? Going to have an identical car as you. But you're driving a little bit more than the national average at a little over 20,000 miles a year, okay? Your neighbor is going to be driving about 10,000 miles a year, a hair less than the national average, okay? Well, let's say 3 years down the road, you're going to have 60-some thousand odd miles in the car. Your neighbor is going to have 20-some thousand odd miles. Now, he paid $2,000, you paid $2,000 down, and he paid zero money down.
Right.
You're going to have 60-some thousand odd miles, and he's going to have 20-some thousand odd miles. Who do you think has more equity in the car?
Probably him.
Okay. And you want me to set it up on the silver package for you? On 60 months, it'd be $612, 72 would be $350, $535.
You know, I think I'll do the 72 months at $535. That's a nice low payment.
Okay, sounds great. I was wanting you to say 60.
Oh, sorry. You told me I was getting up on 72.
Yeah, okay. Say this one. Just for
Okay.
humor.
Okay, say 60.
I thought I was trying to do what you wanted me to do. I'll take the 60 months at the 612.
Hey, Paul, let me ask you this. Now, I'll be happy to set it up on the silver package for you, and that's a great way of doing it, okay? Now, driving the miles that you're driving, it's going to greatly increase the chances of that rock chip on your windshield. It's going to greatly increase the chances of when you do come out of the parking lot, somebody parked a little too close to you, or somebody's going to roll a shopping cart up next to you, okay? Now, it's a simple interest loan. There's no prepayment penalties. There's no loan origination fees. Anything you want to pay above that minimum payment goes directly to the principal, okay? So we can set it up on 60 at a payment of $612 and do it the silver package. Driving the miles you're driving, I think the multi-shield would be a good idea for you. And if you do 72 months, your payment actually drops down to $540. Now, if you want to pay $600 a month, you can certainly do it that way. And that other $60 a month will be interest-free. It works the same as your mortgage does, okay? So let me ask you this. On the gold package on 72 months at $540, do your payments work best for you at the first of the month or the middle of the month?
Middle of the month.
You want me to set it up this way for you?
Sure.
Beautiful.